Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Justin's Quest. The original PlayStation turned 30 years old on December 3rd. Wow. This console defined so many generations, pushed the industry forward and brought the greatness. When this console was released, I wasn't even born yet. And I was more of a PS2 kid, but even if I didn't own it, I grew up having this console around me. My uncles and older cousins had this console, and some of my earliest memories are watching them play these amazing games. So I want to honor this console and talk about games I remember watching being played on a PS1 and games I played later on from that console. Starting out as a partnership between Sony and Nintendo that would see Sony produce a CD-ROM that was meant for the SNES, turned out to be a console that would change the game. If it wasn't for Sony to make PlayStation its own console, I don't think I would have been a die-hard gaming fan as I am now. I really appreciate what the PS1 has done. All the PlayStation consoles that came after it that I was a fan of is because of the first one. Let's look at some PS1 games that are very special to me. The very first game I remember being played on a PS1 was Crash Bandicoot. My cousin at the time was so into it. I didn't try it at the time, but I remember being immersed in the crazy looking characters. I didn't play this classic until I played Uncharted 4.
You expected to... Okay, there we go. Crash Bandicoot.
Is there a problem?
No, just how do you make it go?
Push the start button.
I knew that.
All right.
Funny enough, that was the first time I tried Crash while playing it as Nathan Drake in Uncharted. Such a great game, by the way. I could see how Crash was a great addition to platformers at that time. One of Naughty Dog's earlier games is still relevant now. Hopefully it gets new games and recognition it deserves. The franchise has been silent lately. Another game I remember one of my uncles playing. I was a Spider-Man kid and seeing Spider-Man swinging and beating up people was so mesmerizing. Even if the graphics didn't hold up that well, it still looks good to me. And at the time, I thought it looked like real life. I was too young to understand the goods and the bads of the game. I didn't understand the mechanics. I was just happy to be swinging through the city, and that is a memory I will always cherish. Growing up, I loved Yu-Gi-Oh! So when I saw one of my friends have Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, it made my eyes wide open. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Every day when I was a kid, and now I could play it, and wow, what a game. I didn't understand what was going on because I didn't know the rules all that well, and I played the game past the beginning section so I didn't get any tutorial, but man, I was living the dream. The cards I owned were on the screen and it was responsive, with cool animations. Yeah, I was sold. I still hunt for good modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Games. I just love that franchise so much. I have tons of memory playing Mortal Kombat 4. Nearly every night for a summer I played Mortal Kombat 4 with my cousin. This game made me start to like fighting games, but I wouldn't like them even more until Mortal Kombat X. This game was so good to play at the time, just getting angry and celebrating whenever I win or lose, making fun of my cousin and being salty really are such good memories for me. This game is the reason I'm a Mortal Kombat fan. Even if I don't play it nowadays, Mortal Kombat will always be my favorite fighting game. It just feels right to play and control. Now these are the PS1 games I played on a modern console.
Will never come to a theater near you. Final Fantasy VII.
PlayStation.
Final Fantasy VII is arguably the game that defines the PS1 era for many people. I was super late to the party. I played this classic right after playing Remake and man, such a fantastic game. I really wish I was alive when this game was released. Listening to YouTubers like Happy Console Gamer and many more talking about the release of this game and all the hype surrounding it makes me feel nostalgic even if I wasn't there. Even for the time, the fully 3D rendered cutscenes are amazing, and I appreciate everything about it even after so many years. I can 100% see how this game has influenced so many other games to come and how it changed the industry forever. Remake and Reboot are really paying homage and respect to the original. I am happy I can experience the hype for a Final Fantasy VII game in modern times with the Remake trilogy.
Resident Evil 2.
I played Resident Evil 2 after playing the remake. I always heard how influential and game changer it is, and yes, I agree, but the camera control really threw me off at first. But I came to appreciate it the more I played. The cheesy yet scary tone to it is so well done. Capcom really does know how to handle silliness in games. The whole two character system, I'm guessing, was a revolutionary thing at that time. You really do feel the tension in every corner, and it is replicated perfectly for the remake. I don't know if it counts, but I did play RE1 Remake. Such a great and visually beautiful game. I think my soft spot for treasure hunting games comes from playing Tomb Raider. A classic adventure with a badass that is Lara Croft. It does look dated, but man, playing it was pure fun. I played this right after playing Shadow of Tomb Raider to see where the series started, and I can see how it influenced games like Uncharted and the 3D Prince of Persia games. The reboot trilogy really does well to modernize the original series. I really had a great time playing this title. These games defined the PS1 era for me. Yes, I didn't list other classics because I actually didn't play them, like Metal Gear Solid, and I am ashamed of myself. But I am still happy to have played these games, as it opened my eyes and took me back to a time where these games have been game changers. All of these franchises have newer games nowadays, and that is fantastic to see. I can still enjoy these franchises on modern consoles with modern technology. In the future, my plan is to track down every PlayStation console from 1 to PSP to 4. I really want to own the original console, and then I can experience the greatness for myself. I own 3 Final Fantasy games that was released on PS1. Owning these games is satisfying to me, and they are very important for my physical game collection. What is your favorite game from the original PS1 era? Did you buy it when it first came out? Or are you younger than the console like me? Let me know down below, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Happy 30th anniversary to PlayStation, and I'll see everyone on the next video.